Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New York Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. When you talk about this Jets defense, they really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge him? This is going to be fun.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. Flush to his right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Ritter. And his throw is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second and 6 from the 10. Ritter, he wants to change the play here. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 6. On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll run with Hall. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second down throw coming for Ritter. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
2nd and 10. Duggan will look to throw this. That going to be caught downfield by Miller. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A first down there on a pickup of 25. He's going to try and do this himself. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Max Duggan, 61 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays, here in the NFL, Doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown on the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll give to Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Bootlegging out here, Ritter. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Jets at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. You look at this Raiders defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Ritter. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Here is third down at 4. Duggan. Going up top for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Taking it about the 16. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10.
Let's go now.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Hall to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Hall again. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Ritter going to change it up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the out route, he completes it to Hall. Ooh, the juke. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That turned into a very well orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Ritter completes this quickly, and they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40.